Who are you without constant distraction? And I don't mean when you're on vacation. I don't mean when you're on like a silent retreat. I mean in your everyday real life. Recently asked myself this question after doing some surprising math related to my screen time. Yeah, I realized that I don't spend a lot of time with that version of myself right now. And I think it's safe to bet that a lot of us don't. Today, we're going to talk about that. If we haven't met yet, my name is Isabel, and on this channel, we talk all about embracing your weird in order to build a better brand, business, and life. So let's go. Before I tell you my number, I want you guys to do this math as well. If you have an iPhone, go to your settings and find your screen time. If you have an Android, it'll be inside digital well-being. I want you to look at what your average daily screen time is. I want you to take that number, grab a calculator, multiply it by 365. Very surprised if you don't need a calculator for this. And then, so whatever amount of hours a day or minutes a day you're spending times 365 divided by 24. That is how many days you spend on your phone every year. I did not like my number. I did not feel calm when I looked at it. I felt very angry, very frustrated at myself. I didn't want to think that this was my reality, but it is. It's right there. And the truth is that in December, I had already realized that my screen time had gone way up in the past year, which partly due to burnout, I understand. And I had tried to bring it down. At the time, I was averaging like 6 hours a day, sometimes 7 hours a day. And out of sheer willpower, I brought it down to just under 3 hours a day. And then things happened. January 3rd happened for my country, and my screen time immediately shot back up, like in a second. On January 3rd, I spent 15 hours on my phone, and that's okay. But the bad thing was that while it did, go back down to the average of like 6 hours a day, I did lose that progress that I had made of cutting my screen time down in half in December. Here's the thing. 6 hours on average a day is 91 days a year. That is a quarter of my year that I am spending on my phone. And yes, I could tell you like, oh, I'm reading and I'm doing Duolingo and I'm doing this and I'm keeping up with family. And yes, that is part of it. But if we're honest with ourselves, at least if I'm honest with myself, a lot of it is just scrolling social media. A lot of it is saving recipes that I never try, or craft projects that I never do, or hobbies or places to go, and then I don't actually do them because I'm spending a quarter of my year on my phone, 91 days. Yet I still somehow say, oh, I haven't done that because I don't have time. But I have 91 days of doom scrolling a year. So I do have the time, right? Now I could, go on and on with the rant on my screen time and everything that's going on with it and justify why it is as high as it is, or I can do something about it. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm going to do something about it. That's why I'm here, sharing it with you. The first thing, and we say this a lot on this channel, is we need to let go of the shame. Feeling guilty or ashamed or angry or frustrated for wasting 91 days of my life last year does not change the fact that I am still actively wasting them. Feeling that shame is not going to change or reduce my screen time in any way, shape, or form. And because that feeling is not helpful, we are going to let it go. Once we let go of that feeling, we can actually jump into the action of how do I reduce my screen time. I told you guys that in December, I did this out of pure willpower. And I think that's one of the reasons it was so easy to go back into my habits once something major happened that kind of interrupted that willpower, right? So I'm doing things differently. First thing I did is I wrote a breakup letter to my phone, and I'm going to read it to you. Give me a second to pull it up. Okay. Dear phone, we need to talk. I need to step away from this relationship for my own well-being. This relationship has been taking away time from other important things in my life. It has been exhausting me while not letting me rest. You are constantly on my mind. You are constantly there, but not in a healthy way. And I know this is going to sound very cliche, but it's not you. It's me. I come to you every time I want to distract myself. I've been using you as a way to avoid my problems, numb the feelings I don't want to face, and distract myself from reality. I've fallen into the trap of thinking that I can live vicariously through someone else's life and just keep making plans to someday, maybe, live mine. I can't do this anymore. I need a break. I think we can find a way to make our relationship a healthy one, but the only way to figure that out for both of us is to step away from each other for a bit. I hope you understand, Isabel. So here's the thing. I don't want to get rid of my phone. I don't want to stop using it altogether. It is the thing that keeps me connected to my friends, my family, and it allows me to bring in so much goodness in my life. What I do want to do is renegotiate the relationship I have with it. So, the next video you'll see on this channel is going to be me doing a 7-day experiment of bringing down my screen time. I want to this time not do it out of sheer willpower, but instead prep and research and test and put in different placeholders that will help me make this challenge easier on myself. And hopefully, if you decide to come with me on this journey, we'll make it easier for you. I hope that you'll join me, and I hope that you'll answer that question of who am I without constant distraction before we get into it next week. If you enjoyed this video, I make new ones like this pretty much every single Friday. I would really appreciate it if you like and subscribe. Also, let me know down below, would you be willing to write a breakup letter to your phone? Or better yet, share your breakup letter to your phone down in the comments. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, stay wild, stay weird.